Imagine being housebound for over 10 months, losing 20 kilos in weight, bleeding from the backside 15 times a day, then being told by your trusted doctor you may need to have to face having your entire colon removed with a permanent colostomy bag if this new untested drug fails to work. My career, bank account and body were broken. My name is Neeraj Naik, and that was the horror that I experienced back in 2010 after being diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, a horrible condition that causes bleeding ulcers in your colon. I am a pharmacist now focused on cures rather than just treating symptoms after discovering what I'm about to share with you now. Thankfully, I decided to take matters into my own hands as I chose to break away from the chains of conventional healthcare. I joined the pharmacy profession as I believed it was a caring career choice that helped people get well, like really well, back to normal, but how wrong I was. Instead, I saw people going away with big shopping bags filled with medication, taking more drugs, not less. And this made me very stressed, disillusioned, and for a long time I felt like an empty robot slave working for a ruthless pharmaceutical industry, hell-bent on making profit out of your health or lack thereof. I believe this job stress, combined with several bad lifestyle choices, the result of trying to numb the pain of my soulless career, made me very sick at a young age of just 32. As I ventured down the path of trying to find a cure for what I had, I encountered many charlatans, false prophets, and much disinformation about the next best health cure, until I came across something much closer to home than I could have imagined. I very nearly gave up and succumbed to surgery, when one momentous day that completely changed the course of my life, I discovered an interview with my now saviour, Dr. Anthony Kleinsmith, PhD. In this interview, he discussed how for the last 20 years he had been giving people like myself with chronic illnesses a new lease of life, even people with weight problems, more lean muscle mass and fitter bodies, and even helping athletes win major competitions using a little known substance called Bovine Colostrum. I was so taken aback by what he had to say that for a short while I was in disbelief and actually put it into a category of another hyped up scam. Every other immune cure I had tried had made very little difference or was just simply overhyped. However, for the next few days the same mysterious substance cropped up in various areas I searched. It is like when you buy a new car and then suddenly you see that make and model everywhere. This is what was happening to me with what Dr. Kleinsmith, PhD, shared with me on the interview. What tipped me over the edge was when I discovered that colostrum was used in ancient India, my ancestral origins, by Ayurvedic doctors for thousands of years to successfully treat a variety of illnesses. And many holy sweets had been given to people during religious ceremonies that were made from colostrum too. It is literally the reason why the cow is considered holy in India. So why is colostrum now a forgotten cure? You see, India has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to healing, but since the dawn of globalization and the rise of Big Pharma, allopathic medicine that only treats symptoms has replaced all other systems of healing around the world. And this is mainly because you cannot profit from cures in the way you can by just treating symptoms, and a substance like colostrum is a threat to companies that do not care about you and only care about their bottom line. And so cultures over time have been educated out of wellness and educated into ignorance about what really defines good, optimum health and well-being. I rushed to order my first bottle of colostrum from Dr. Kleinsmith, and what happened just after a few days of taking it could be deemed miraculous, but being a scientist, I can now clearly see why it works as fast as it does. You see, I started to put on healthy weight and muscle back in just a few days. My bleeding permanently stopped for the first time in over 10 months. My skin looked and felt amazing, and I had an abundance of energy and a glowing mood for the first time in years. I literally felt reborn. And a part of me was just waiting for it to all fall apart again. But you know what? It never did, or else you would not be reading this now. Not only did I become well again, but I actually became healthier and happier than most others around me. And the news spread like a virus. Suddenly I was known as Mr. Colostrum in my hometown, and the demand just grew and grew as I helped many others experience the same or even better benefits as I did. Best of all, as a formerly disillusioned pharmacist, I discovered exactly what I'd been searching for all this time. A genuine side effect free treatment that actually reverses diseases rather than just treating the symptoms. I now wanted to tell the whole world about it, and firmly believe that every single person has a right to benefit from this wondrous substance. The ultimate biohack for disease-free life. Why colostrum saved my life and how it can for you too. I assure you that colostrum holds the power to completely transform your life and health forever. I know this is true because of my own healing experience and the countless of people who have transformed their health from my advice. And as Dr. Kleinsmith has over 20 years of experience with thousands of testimonials to back up his claims behind colostrum, I have no doubt it can help you too. Colostrum may well be the best practical protection available against autoimmune diseases, cancer, and other incurable conditions. It is completely natural, free of side effects, and an excellent alternative to hundreds of drugs. And that is from Zoltan Rona, MD, author of A Return to the Joy of Health. There are now also over 4,000 independent studies from well-respected authorities proving the amazing health benefits of colostrum. The only reason why colostrum is not mainstream news yet is because I believe it is simply a big nuisance to Big Pharma, who literally controls everything regarding your health and the knowledge you have about it. You're probably wondering now what colostrum actually is. You see, colostrum has fed all mammalian life as we know it since the beginning of time. It's Mother Nature's formula for optimum health. Well, colostrum is something that is very familiar to you from the day you were born, and it's probably something you have since forgotten about. You see, colostrum is the first milk the mother produces to feed her newborn baby. You consume colostrum from the day you were born, and it is responsible for giving you your first immune system and supporting your rapid growth as a baby. However, if you did not get enough colostrum as a baby, or if you were not breastfed for long enough, your immune system would have weakened, and this would have affected you negatively for the rest of your life. Colostrum functions as a natural and 100% safe vaccine. Immunoglobulins, the most abundant types of immune factors in colostrum, are large protein molecules that include immunoglobulins IgG, IgA, IgE, IgD, and IgM. Each has a specific role in natural defense, including activation of various immune cells. IgA protects the baby in the areas most likely to come under attack from germs, namely the mucous membranes in the throat, lungs, and intestines. IgG is found in the highest concentrations and helps to neutralize toxins. Colostrum also contains high concentrations of leukocytes, protective white cells which can destroy disease-causing bacteria and viruses. This is one of the main reasons why a mother should always try to breastfeed a newborn baby. While working as a pharmacist, I was always curious when mothers complained of their young children having lots of allergies, and children who got colds and flu easily, to see if they were breastfed. There was actually a very strong correlation between breastfeeding and a stronger immune system in young children. I found that most children who were never breastfed were prone to more allergies than those who were breastfed for a longer time. Now that's great for the babies, but how can colostrum benefit adults? And how would we even get it? You may be wondering if I go around asking new mothers to give me their colostrum. I assure you I don't. Fortunately, there's a highly effective alternative to human colostrum. Bovine colostrum produced by cows. Amazingly, cow's colostrum is the same translation into humans, meaning as adults we can consume it and reap its benefits. In fact, the famous Maasai warriors from Africa still thrive predominantly on a diet rich in colostrum. Their lifelong consumption of bovine colostrum may help to explain why many Maasai are so strong and healthy, particularly those who have not yet switched to a Western diet full of processed foods, cigarettes, drugs and alcohol. Cows also produce colostrum that is over 1,000 times more potent in healing substances compared to human colostrum. They also produce way more than what the calves need, so no calves go without their share of colostrum when producing it for human consumption. It is as if nature intended us to use cow's colostrum for its healing properties, and hence why probably people still worship cows in India. So what makes colostrum so special? Hi, my name is Neeraj and I'm making this video from my beautiful new home in Thailand. And if it wasn't for discovering this amazing substance, colostrum, there's no way I could possibly make a video like this. Because I was literally housebound and I suffered so much, I couldn't go out of the house. And you know, it made me lose my job, it made me lose a lot of friends, and it was horrible. And I'm so passionate now about helping anyone who may be suffering from a debilitating condition like I did. to get well. And I do believe, being a pharmacist, that I have found an amazing additional treatment to whatever treatment you may be on already, which is colostrum, because this is packed full of immunofactors, growth factors, antibodies, and a whole spectrum of vitamins and minerals, and makes it such a nutritious, potent substance for healing. And there's also 4,000 studies that back up the power of colostrum in its ability to actually help reduce the symptoms, and sometimes even help people fully recover from immune conditions like I suffer from. So picking the right colostrum brand is so essential, so important. And it was only when I've discovered Immune Tree certified colostrum that I found a brand that actually was really, really genuinely high quality. Now, the reason for this is because you need to get colostrum that is taken from the first 6 hours of milking. Okay, and colostrum from Immune Tree, that's certified Immune Tree, is actually third-party verified by Cornell University to be true 6-hour milking colostrum, which means that you are getting the full spectrum of antibodies, growth factors, immune factors in the right concentrations that you need it to be. And anything after that time, if you take it from 12 hours or 24 hours or 48, as a lot of the brands out there on the market do, you greatly diminish the quality and strength of the colostrum. You also want to make sure that the colostrum is not defatted, meaning the fat is still inside the colostrum. The reason for that is because almost 50% of the goodness of colostrum is actually found in the fat. Okay, so why would you take out the colostrum? The reason they do this, other companies do this, is because they want to make it last longer on the shelves. But the way Immune Tree have produced the colostrum is that they found a special way to actually freeze dry it and process it in such a way that all of the goodness is retained and it's still got the fat in, okay, and it's not adulterated in any way, it's not messed around with. You really don't want to mess around with something that is so perfect already created by nature. And the great thing with Immune Tree certified colostrum is that it's sourced from grass-fed organic cows, which means that no cow is harmed in the process, and the calves actually get way more colostrum than they even need because the cows make so much colostrum. So we only take the colostrum that the calf doesn't actually need. It's already got enough. So these are the really key points in choosing the right brand of colostrum. So who does colostrum benefit? Well, it benefits everybody. It can benefit people who actually have autoimmune conditions. So people like myself or anyone who suffers from any kind of autoimmune condition, from cancer through to diabetes, there have been studies shown that colostrum can actually be a great way to reduce the symptoms and even protect against the symptoms. But it's also really good as just a general wellness supplement. So if you want to make sure you're getting an optimum level of nutrition a day, colostrum is going to really help you with that too. If you are into fitness and you want to build more muscle, colostrum is packed with growth factors which can actually help you build more muscle faster, because it's also got a complete spectrum of amino acids, okay, which is essential for growing good, strong muscle. And it also helps with a faster recovering time. So when you're working out and you want to have a faster recovery time, which is really important to growing muscle faster, colostrum really helps with that too, and there's many studies shown for that benefit. And actually, in fact, a lot of athletes use it as a way to recover and heal faster from long endurance workouts. And also, it can help with weight loss. Okay, so there's a hormone called leptin, which signals your body to feel full up. Colostrum actually contains leptin already, and it actually makes you feel full up when you consume just a few scoops of it. And because it's so packed in nutrition, it can also make you feel like you've had a nice, satisfying meal. So it can work as a meal replacement in itself. And it can also help benefit people who are pregnant and want to make sure they're producing really good, optimum breast milk and their own colostrum. So this has been shown as well through our own anecdotal case studies to really help pregnant mothers make sure that their children are supplied with enough rich colostrum, which prevents them having childhood allergies and other conditions later on in life. So really, colostrum
It's for everyone.
You can purchase award-winning Immunity certified colostrum today from www.immunitymiracle.com. And included with every purchase is a downloadable system for self-healing called the Alpha Healing System, which is a step-by-step holistic wellness plan that helped Neeraj Naik, the founder of Immunity Miracle, recover from a debilitating autoimmune condition. And he has helped many people around the world do the same things with this unique system that you get free today as a bonus with every purchase. And also secure yourself the best price with an additional discount that you will not find anywhere else for Immunity certified colostrum at immunitymiracle.com.